So hello guys, my name is Yash Verma and today this will be another devlog of mine. In this devlog, in the previous devlog, unfortunately I could not give my voiceover. This time I will give the complete report of progress and also tell you a little what about the components that are being used in this project. So let's start. So as you can see, there are many. First of all, let me show you some scenes. I have three scenes, which is the menu button, which acts as the main menu of the game, and then there is the home. Home is the level, and finish is the final finishing screen. So a little bit about the game jam I have been doing, which this game is for. This is the level max game jams. Um, so what the theme was is one bit, one level, and jump. So if uh, if we go here, you can see I've made some platforms and the player also. This player is for now called One Bit Samurai. This is my own art. These are all my own assets. So uh, these are all this ground are all these grounds I've made. These are of rigid body. They are static, so they remain in their position. Also, I have applied the platform effector to the component, so uh, our samurai can jump above this platform from beneath also, and obviously the box collider. This is for both ground and for the wall. The wall is actually, if you see, it's not infinite. What I did to give it the infinite impression, uh, my way of doing it was I basically froze the position uh, at the x-axis and let it free on y-axis. So what this does is that uh, even if it moves, it will only move in the y direction. And then I assigned a script. So what this script does is in accordance with the player, which for now I've named it Sam. So according to what position um, the player is going, according to it, it will change its own y coordinate. It's loading. Let's wait. While it loads, I want to tell you something more about this. So the objective of this game is to climb up this tower. It's one level only. So this is this is one level, and the objective is to go up and reach a door and then enter it and end the game. The danger is this game is that there is lava continuously rising from beneath. Let's wait. So this is the script I've written for the walls. So what this does is in the update function, which is called once per frame, it will change the transform position, which is the position of the object, um, which is new vector to transform dot position dot x player dot position dot y. That means that already we have fixed the x coordinate, so it wouldn't hurt to write this transform dot position dot. I have written here play dot position dot y. So as y moves up, the wall goes up also. Now the door is above, and there is lava beneath. So this lava rises up slowly as itself, so the player has to avoid touching it. There are four. I have made four objects which are of lava. So and I have assigned them a script also. The box collider, which is die. The script's name is die, as its intention is suggesting. So we go to the script and see how does it move up. So it's written here transform dot translate new vector 3020 into time dot delta time means that I have basically done is that in accordance with the time that's passing, it will move to unity units um, per second, and of course because we need to know the exact speed at which it should move. So I have tested it a little, and I have set the speed to 2. That it moves slowly, but the level still becomes challenging enough for the player. Let's go back to the unit editor, and now you can see there is this grid. In this grid I have made the use of tile maps. So if you go to the tile palette, I have only inserted one tile. These are actually copies of that same tile, so I can easily paint. Like for example, I selected one tile, so it paints that much. But if I select all of these at the same time, I can paint a huge block like this. In the same way, we can select any huge block and use it to erase what we want. Here I select eraser and then I erase. So that's the basics for all the Unity beginners out there. Now, talking about what else I have added. First, let's test out the game. As I have explained so far, I will show how this works. So this is the game. As you can see, the platform effector is working very nicely, and the lava is rising also, and so are the walls. So everything is good. The wall is functioning, the ground is also very good. Lava is also rising. It's a good basic level. But now let's talk about the door. So I have assigned another script to the door. Let me show you first what are its components currently. There's the door. So when we go to the door, we see it doesn't have any component. It only has the script called finish. So when we go to the script, we see that I have made a bool function. It's called player detected. Don't Please ignore this other stuff because it's from a similar script. What we need to focus on is this bool for now. So this is player detected. So I have assigned it a value given by physics 2d dot overlap box door pause dot position comma, you can see a new vector with a width and a height 0 and so what this does is that uh, at the position of the door we create a box which uh, which has the dimensions of width into height, and when it detects a player it will be true, else it will be false. So why have I written here width and height? That's because I have made two serialized fields in for the Unity editor so that we can edit them according to our own will. So here you can see I have written if player detected, then it will check for another condition if I have pressed the up button. Get key up means when I've just left the up key. So what it will do is, again, ignore this part. What I actually, wait a minute. Yes, this is the other script. So what, this time when it presses the up button, so what happens that it should load another level, or I should say another scene, which has been named by me finish. And to see the box, I have made another function which is on logismos. So if if you have IntelliSense in Visual Studio, it will automatically write itself. I'm not used to it, that's why it's happening. On logismos, as you can see, it's coming on the IntelliSense. So what I have done through this function is that I have made the color blue, and I've made a cube which is again the same height, same dimensional box. And this z coordinate doesn't matter, but because the draw wire cube function requires a parameter which has to be a three-dimensional vector, so we have added one as the z coordinate. It doesn't matter that much. So this is the door. So um, the doors function is here. So before, another thing is the CMV cam. So what is this? Is that this is I have created this object with the help of Cinemachine. What we do is go to Cinemachine and create a 2D camera. When we do create 2D camera, a CMV cam object will appear here, and it will have an empty box which will have a follow. Uh, it will be follow box. It will be none by default. You have to put an object there so that it can follow it, so that it can follow it, like how camera and games works. And here, as you can see, this is what I'm talking about. This box here is around which the camera focuses, and also this is the box outside which if the player goes, the camera will move with it too. So if I play it now, see this carefully. The camera moves when I move out of this box, but I am never out of this box because the camera follows me. This box is called the dead zone. So here we can set the dead zone height and the dead zone width. So this is the camera. So we have done everything. Now another function I have assigned to these lava boxes is that in the die function there is another, um, just wait. What I've done is basically that when it collides, I think this is in the function for the player itself. Let me check. So yes, basically it's a private void on collision enter 2D function. What this does that it checks for game object tag. So if a game object has a tag, the tag can be seen here. So if a game object has a tag lava, that means uh, the scene manager, which is a manager in Unity, you can use this code by including this header file unity engine.scene manager. So what this does, that I will it will load this scene called menu, which is the main menu of this game. More on that later. How will we make the menu? It's time to talk about that now. Before I can show you the full functioning of the game. So let's go to the main menu. So this is the main menu. Here you can see that I have made this text here called one bit samurai, and there is this button called play. So what I've done is basically I just created went to UI, made a button, and deleted that white outline there. Okay. So in this button, what I've done is, first of all, this is a canvas. Whenever we have to create a UI object, a canvas is always spawned. So inside it, you have to always you have to create a button inside the canvas. So this is the play button. You can see it here. I assigned an image also. I have currently made the source image which it should be that white box. I've made it blank so that I can only see the text. And there inside this button, there's the text, which is obviously the play button, play text, as I was mentioning. The text is the title of the game. So let's talk about the function of the play button. What I have done is I've assigned I was assigned a script to the the canvas itself. So what this script does is basically, now watch carefully because this one might be a little bit tricky because this script is being used in many other objects in indirect ways. So what this does is there is this play script where you can see that I've made some functions. One is option. What it does is it sets the main and option scene to false and true. First, let's go to the beginning. Here you can see that I've made two objects, and both of them are public. These are both game objects, main and option scene. So what it does is I have this options functions sets active the main to false. What the set active function actually does is that it can decide whether the game object is currently active or not. Here in this case, the game objects are the scenes. The back to main function, where it does the same thing but otherwise, and the let's play function, which tells the uh, game to load scene home. The home is actually the level we were editing last time. So, mm, so this is the home menu. Now let's go to the finish. So the finish is nothing but my thanks for playing my game. This is the art of Sam making a thumbs up. And also, again, this is all text and this is an image. And I have inserted a small text which is press any button. Now, why I have done this is that this will tell the player to go to the start of the game by pressing any button. So how I have done that is that I made another script. It's called done. What this does is that if I press any key down, then it will go back. Then the game will go back to the main menu. And also, um, now I was talking about the functions and how they indirectly are used. So for that we have to go to the main menu again. So here you can see that the play button, when pressed, there is another function for it. It's called the on click. So what it does that we can check if it only occurs at runtime or editor, and here we can select like for like which objects functions we have to use, and then from drop down menu we can select the function. Here I have selected the let's play one. In this way we can use many functions of other objects by making them public, and also so that they can be accessible. So let's test the game now. So the game is started. Let's press the play button. So as soon as I press the play button, we can see that the game has started and it's functioning beautifully. Again, there is a lot of room for improvement because obviously this is for a game jam. We can improve it always for the future. So now when I press the up button, we will get this message, thanks for playing, because another scene loaded. This was the game, and I have uploaded this on my itch.io page, so you all can visit it and play it and have a look at it for yourself. Let me show a bit of a demo again. And always remember that if you want to submit a game online, always be sure to convert it into a WebGL version, or else it will not be submitted. So as you can see, it's functioning as we had expected. Now why does this jump even when I'm holding down the space bar currently? Why is this happening? Because I have written input.get key, so even if I hold it down it will still jump. Again, there will be updates made in the future, so for now this is good progress. Thanks for watching everyone, and be sure to follow this channel because in the future I will also post many devlogs surrounding around my main dream project, which is called the Golden Specialist, as I mentioned in the last video. And bye bye.